All right, I have a 2023 Subaru Impreza. Just going to be doing a quick oil change on it. I'll show you what you need. Should be fairly easy. First thing you're going to want to do is get your car elevated a little bit, either with a jack and some jack stands, or I like to use these ramps. And then usually just get some cardboard or something under the car to catch any oil or anything that spills. So tools and equipment that you'll be needing: drain pan for the old oil, funnel to put in the new oil, some OW20. I just get 5 quarts. You need a little bit more than 4, around 4.5 quarts to fill it up. It's just a oil filter wrench or a tool to take out the old filter, torque wrench, and then a wrench. And then I'm going to be putting in a new drain plug and then a new crush washer. You always want to get a new crush washer, even if you're going to be keeping the old drain plug. So these are, I think these are a little old and have been superseded, but this is a 17 millimeter, so I'm going to be using 17 millimeter socket to put it in. You may have forgot to mention, you also need a new oil filter. So here's the OEM part for the Subaru Impreza. So under the hood, here's your oil filter, and then here's where you're going to be putting in the new oil. So you can see on the cap OW20. I usually like to open it up just so that when I do drain it, it doesn't make any vacuum or anything. And then going under the car, have oil pan set up. And right on this little hole right here, this is your oil drain plug. Okay, so we got a 17 millimeter socket on here. Then let's just loosen this up, drain the oil. So as that drains out now, I'm gonna get this old oil filter out. I'm just gonna use this tool here, kind of clasp it around, and then slowly just spin it. Might get some oil spilling out, so just be careful, and then we'll wipe all that up. And then with your new filter, you're gonna wanna get this plastic off, and then you're gonna wanna take a little bit of new oil and just put it around the gasket here so you get a good seal when you put it in. So I got a little bit of oil on there, and now I'm just gonna hand tighten this down. No need to use that tool to tighten it. Okay, now that this is drained, we got our new drain plug, new crush washer in. I'm just gonna put it in here, and then we're gonna torque it down to 30.8 foot-pounds. So we got the 17 millimeter socket, and then got the torque wrench. Go. Now we're ready to put in some new oil. Okay, so I misspoke earlier. This Impreza takes 4.7 quarts of oil. So we're gonna go ahead and get the funnel in the fill area, and then one of these is 5 quarts, and then you can see by the markings along the handle where you are. So we're gonna fill it and leave just a little bit at the end here, and then what we'll do is we'll just check it using the dipstick. good. Then I'll just go ahead and check the dipstick. Then later I'll top it off if I need to. And then what I'll do is I'll run the engine, and then what I like to do is reset my trip odometer to 0, and then that way the next time it comes around to 5,000 to 6,000 miles, I know it's time for an oil change. All right, hope this is helpful.